Do you know what this is all about? Do you know why we're here? To be out. This is out. And out is one of the single most enjoyable experiences of life. People, you know how people talk about we should go out? This is what they're talking about. This whole thing, we're all out now. No one is home. Not one person here is home. We're all out. There are people trying to find us. They don't know where we are. Did you read? I can't find him. Where did he go? He didn't tell me where he was going. He must have gone out. You want to go out. You get ready. You pick out the clothes, right? You take the shower, get all ready, get the cash, get your friends, the car, the spot, the reservation. Then you stand around. What do? You go, we got to be getting back. Once you're out, you want to get back. You want to go to sleep, you want to get up, you want to go out again tomorrow, right? Wherever you are in life, it's my feeling you've got to go. So I move into the center lane. Now I get ahead of this woman who felt, for some reason, I guess, that she thought that I cut her off. So she pulls up alongside of me, gives me the finger. It seems like such an arbitrary, ridiculous thing to just pick a finger and you show it to the person. It's a finger. What does it mean? Someone shows me one of their fingers, and I'm supposed to feel bad. Is that the way it's supposed to work? I mean, you could just give someone the toe, really, couldn't you? I would feel worse if I got the toe than if I got the finger. Because it's not easy to give someone the toe. You got to get the shoe off, the sock off, and drive, get it up in the... Look at that toe, buddy. I mean, that's really insulting to get the toe, isn't it? Most men like working on things, tools, objects, fixing things. This is what men enjoy doing. Have you ever noticed if a guy's out in his driveway working on something with tools, how all the other men in the neighborhood are magnetically drawn to this activity? They just come wandering out of the house like zombies. Men, it's true. Men hear a drill, it's like a dog whistle. Just... You know, they go running up to that living room curtain. Honey, I think Jim's working on something over there. So they run over to the guy. Now, they don't actually help the guy. No, they just want to hang around the area where work is being done. That's what men want to do. We want to watch the guy. We want to talk to him. We want to ask him dumb questions, you know. What are you using, a Phillips sensor? You know, we feel involved. That's why when they have construction sites, they have to have those wood panel fences around it. That's just to keep the men out. They cut those little holes for us so we can see what the hell is going on. But if they don't cut those holes, we are climbing those fences. Right over there. What are you using, the steel girders down here? Yeah, that'll hold. Went out to dinner the other night. Check came at the end of the meal, as it always does. Never liked the check at the end of the meal system. Because money's a very different thing before and after you eat. Before you eat, money has no value. You know how you don't care about money when you're hungry? You sit down in a restaurant, you're like the ruler of an empire. More drinks! Appetizers! Quickly, quickly! It will be the greatest meal of our lives. Then after the meal, you know, you got the pants open, you got the napkins destroyed, cigarette butt in the mashed potatoes. Then the check comes at that moment. People are always upset, you know. They're mystified by the check. What is this? How could this be? They start passing it around the table. Does this look right to you? We're not hungry now. Why are we buying all this food? I'm always in traffic with the lane expert. You know this type of person? Constantly re-evaluating their lane choice. Never quite sure, is this the best lane for me, for my life? They're always a little bit ahead of you. Can I get in over there? Can I get ahead of you? Can I get in there? Yeah, come on over here, pal. We're zooming over here. This is the secret lane. Nobody knows about it. I think the ultimate psychological test of traffic is the total dead stop. Not even rolling, and you look out the window, you can see gum clearly. But we know that in the future, traffic will get even worse than that. I mean, what will happen? Will it start moving backwards, I wonder? I mean, is that possible? That someday we'll be going, boy, this is some really bad traffic now, boy. This is really bad. I'm going to try and get off and get back on going the other way. My parents live in Florida now. They moved there last year. They didn't want to move to Florida, but they're in their 60s, and that's the law. You know how it works. They got the leisure police. They pull up in front of the old people's house with a golf cart, jump out. Let's go, Pop. White belt, white pants, white shoes. Get in the back. Drop the snow shovel right there. Drop it. I am not much for the family gathering. You ever sit there and the conversation is so boring, it's so dull, and you start to fantasize. You know, you think, what if I just got up and jumped out that window? Wonder what, you know, just crashed right through the glass, you know. Come back in, there's broken glass, everybody's all upset. No, I'm all right. I was just a little bored there. And, no, I'm fine. I came back. I wanted to hear a little more about that Hummel collection, Aunt Rose. Let's pick it up right there. I hate clothes, okay? I hate buying them. I hate picking them out of my closet. I can't stand every day trying to come up with little outfits for myself. I think eventually fashion won't even exist. It won't. I think eventually we'll all be wearing the same thing. Because anytime I see a movie or a TV show where there's people from the future or another planet, they're all wearing the same thing. Somehow they decided this is going to be our outfit. One-piece silver jumpsuit, V-stripe, and boots. That's it. We should come up with an outfit for Earth. An Earth outfit. We should vote on it. Candidates propose different outfits. No speeches. They walk out, twirl, walk off. We just sit in the audience and go, that was nice. I could wear that. The bad thing about television is that everybody you see on television is doing something better than what you're doing. You never see anybody on TV, like, just sliding off the front of the sofa with potato chip crumbs on their face. Some people have a little too much fun on television. The soda commercial people, where do they summon this enthusiasm? Have you seen them? We have soda, we have soda, we have soda. Jumping, laughing, flying through the air. It's a can of soda. Have you ever been standing there and you're watching TV and you're drinking the exact product that they're advertising right there on TV? And it's like, you know, they're spiking volleyballs, jet skiing, girls in bikinis, and I'm standing there. Maybe I'm putting too much ice in mine. Well, I painted my apartment again. I've been living in this apartment for years and years, and every time I paint it, it kind of gets me down. I look around and I think, well, it's a little bit smaller now. You know, I realize it's just the thickness of the paint, but I'm aware of it. It just keeps coming in and coming in. Every time I paint it, it's closer and closer. I don't even know where the wall outlets are anymore. I just look for like a lump with 2 slots in it. Kind of looks like a pig is trying to push his way through from the other side. That's where I plug in. My idea of the perfect living room would be the bridge on the Starship Enterprise. You know what I mean? Big chair, nice screen, remote control. That's why Star Trek really was the ultimate male fantasy, just hurtling through space in your living room watching TV. That's why all the aliens are always dropping in, because Kirk was the only one that had the big screen. They come over Friday nights, Klingon boxing, gotta be there. I have to tell you that I did get some very exciting news recently, and I don't know if I should really tell you exactly what it is, because it's really not a definite thing yet. Well, I will tell you what I do know so far. According to the information that I have in the envelope that I received, it seems that I may have already won some very valuable prizes. Well, thank you very much. Well, thank you, that's very nice to hear that, but in all honesty, I have to say, I didn't even know I was in this thing. But according to the readout, it looks like I am among the top people that they are considering. You know, that annoys me about sweepstakes companies. They always tease you with that you may have already won. I'd like once for a sweepstakes company to have some guts. Come out with the truth. Just tell people the truth one time. Send out envelopes. You have definitely lost. You turn it over, giant printing. Not even close. You open it up, there's this whole letter of explanation. Even we cannot believe how badly you've done in this contest. Whenever I see the news and they're hauling in some criminal, terrorist, psycho, maniac, mass murderer guy, you notice he's always covering up his face with the newspaper, with the jacket, with the hat. What is he worried about? What is this man's reputation that he has to worry about this kind of exposure damaging his good name? I mean, I mean, what is he up for a big job promotion down at the office or something? Afraid the boss is going to catch this on TV and go, isn't that Johnson from sales? He's up in that clock tower picking people off one by one. I don't know if that's the kind of man we want heading up that new branch office. He should be in bill collection. I think he's got aptitude. You know, I tell you, I got to say that I'm enjoying adulthood for a lot of reasons. And I'll tell you reason number one. As an adult, if I want a cookie, I have a cookie. Okay? I have 3 cookies or 4 cookies or 11 cookies if I want. Many times I will intentionally ruin my entire appetite. Just ruin it. And then I call my mother up right after to tell her that I did it. Oh, Mom, yeah, I just ruined my entire appetite. Cookies. So what have you ruined? See, because as an adult, we understand, even if you ruin an appetite, there's another appetite coming right behind it. There's no danger in running out of appetites. I've got millions of them. I ruin them whenever I want. I was watching women in the department store the other day trying on clothes, and I noticed that they do it differently from men. Women don't try on the clothes. They get behind the clothes, you see? They take a dress off the rack and they hold it up against themselves. They can tell something from this. They stick one leg way out. Because they need to know if someday I'm one-legged at a 45-degree angle, what am I going to wear? You never see a man do that. You never see a guy take a suit off the rack, put his head in the neck and go, what do you think about this suit? I think I'll get it. Yeah, it looks fine. Put some shoes by the bottom of the pants. I want to make sure. Yeah, perfect. Now what if I'm walking? Move the shoes, move the shoes, move the shoes, move the shoes. Men flip around the television more than women, I think. Men get that remote control in their hands. They don't even know what the hell they're not watching. You know, we just keep going. We even don't want to watch. Hey, what are you watching? I don't care. I got to keep going. Who was that? I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter. Isn't that your fault? It doesn't matter. I got to keep going. Women don't do that. See, now women will stop and go, well, let me see what the show is before I change the channel. You see, but men just fly. Because women, you see, women nest and men hunt. That's why we watch TV differently. Before there was flipping around, before there was television, kings and emperors and pharaohs and such had storytellers that would tell them stories, as that was their entertainment. I always wonder if in that era they would get like 30 storytellers together so they could still flip around. Just go, all right, start telling me your story. What's happening? I don't want to hear anymore. Shut up. Go to the next side. What are you talking about? Is there a girl in that story? No, shut up. Go to the next side. What do you got? I don't want to hear that either. Shut up. No, go ahead. What are you talking about? I don't want to hear that. No, the whole you get out of here. I'm going to bed. I'm on the street the other day. Make a pay phone call. Go overtime on the call. Hang up the phone. Walk away. You've had this happen? Yeah. What? Phone rings. It's the phone company. They want more money. Don't you love this? And you've got them right where you want them for the first time in your life. You're on the street. There's nothing they can do. I like to let it ring a few times. You know. Let her sweat a little over there. And then just pick it up. Yeah, hello, operator. Oh, I've got the money. I've got the money right here. You hear that? That's a quarter. Yeah, you want that, don't you? I'm not a foodie. I don't... Oh, this is too rare. Oh, it's too salty. Just eat it and shut up. I'll eat anywhere, whatever they're having. I've eaten rolls off of room service trays in hotel hallways. I have. That's not a joke. This is my life. I don't know. Somebody left it. Why would somebody poison a roll and leave it in the hallway with some comic coming down at 2 o'clock in the morning? Why would they do that? Sometimes you go to a nice restaurant to put the check in a little book. What is this, the story of the bill? Once upon a time, there were some very hungry people. What is this? Little gold tassel hanging down. Am I graduating from the restaurant? What is this about? It's very hard to find the store that you want in the mall. They have the directory, but the problem with it is even if you figure out where you are and where you want to go, you still don't really know sometimes which way to walk because it's an upright Matt, if you had like suction cup feet that you could just walk right up on it, then you could tell, you could just be on it going, all right, I'm here. I want to go to the Gap. That's down there. All right, and I'll just walk that way. But people would know. They would see you walking down the hall going, they go, that's one of those suction cup guys. I heard about that. He's never lost. You know, there's like always one location in your neighborhood, one store location that's constantly changing hands. Everybody has this in their neighborhood. It's a leather store, then it's a yogurt shop, then it's a pet supply. It's like constantly changing. Nobody can do business there. It's like some sort of Bermuda Triangle of retail, you know. Stores open up and then they just disappear without a trace. Nobody knows what happened to them. I guess eventually when like aliens land in the mothership from Close Encounters, the bottom will slowly open and all these store owners will come wandering out in a daze going, I thought there was going to be more walk-in traffic, didn't you? The transplant, the hair plug, is an interesting procedure. It's really quite amazing. Hair that was on your shower soap yesterday can be in your head tomorrow. How did they do the first transplant? Did they have the guy take a shower, get his soap, rush it in there by helicopter, you know, keep the soap alive on a soap support system? Eventually move it over. We got the hairs, but I think we lost the zest. Sometimes the body rejects the transplant. With organs, is it possible that a head could reject a hair transplant? The guy's just standing around somebody, bink. Lands in someone's frozen yogurt. You give me an explanation as to why the pharmacist has to be 2.5 feet up above everybody else. What the hell is he doing? He can't be down there on the floor with you and me. Brain surgeons, airline pilots, nuclear physicists, we're all on the same level. Oh no, he's got to be 2.5 feet up. Look out, everybody, I'm working with pills. Spread out, give me some room. The only hard part of his whole job that I could see is typing everything onto that little tiny label. It has to try and get all the words on there, keep the paper and the little piece of paper in the roller of the typewriter. Oh no, he's got to be 2.5 feet up. Yeah, I'd like to get this prescription. All right, you wait down there. Only I'm allowed up here. So I was in the drugstore the other day trying to get a cold medication. Did you ever try and pick one of these out? It's not easy. It's a wall. It's an entire wall of cold medication. You stand there, you're going, all right, okay, what the hell am I? This is quick acting, but this is long lasting. When do I need to feel good, now or later? It's a tough question. And they always show you the commercials on TV where they show you what's wrong with the guy, you know, and they always show you, like, all the problems that he's had. First of all, they always show you the human body, which is usually this guy. No face, mouth open. This is how drug companies see the public. And he's always in, like, a certain pain. It's like red, wavy lines are going through him, you know, or he's glowing. Parts of him are on fire sometimes. Lightning is attacking him. I never had a doctor say to me, are you having any pain? Yes, I am. Are you having any lightning with the pain? It seems to me the way they design the car alarm is so that the car will behave as if it was a nervous, hysterical person. Anyone goes near it, anyone disturbs it, just lights flashing on and off, acting all crazy. Not everyone wants to draw that much attention to themselves. Wouldn't it be nice if you could have a car alarm that was a little more subtle? Maybe just, you know, somebody tries to break in and it goes... Excuse me? I would like a car alarm like that. Every mall has a Hofritz in it. I'm sorry, this has got to be a little bit of a scary place to work. I don't know how you feel about it. You want to be standing in there having people coming in all day going, I need knives. I need more knives. Do you have any bigger knives? I'd like a bigger knife. A big, long, sharp knife. That's what I'm in the market for. I like them really sharp. Do you have one with hooks and gouges and like blades that kind of serrated? And that's the kind of knife I'm looking for. I need one I can throw. I need another one I can just hack away with. Do you have anything like that? When I was a kid, my favorite ride was the bumper car ride. Remember that ride? Going around in a circle. There was always one kid on the bumper cars that could not do it. Do you remember this kid? As soon as the ride gets started, he'd be like stuck in a pack of empty cars. Just... Excuse me! Excuse me, it won't go! Come on! it's almost over. He always ends up with the attendant hanging off that big pole, helping him steer it, you know. Stop crying. Then there's always one other really bad car, the helpless father and son team. This is another car just not going anywhere. They're never organized. Who's on the wheel? Who's pressing on the gas? They're just, oh, son, turn the wheel. Women put on their perfume in an interesting way. I love watching them do that. Did you ever notice that, guys, when they have their little key Stratego little areas and places they think we're going. And they always hit this one. Women are convinced that this is the most action-packed area that could ever happen in the dating world. What is that, lady? What is happening here? Is that in case you slap the guy or something? He still finds you intriguing? Oh, Chanel. I'm going to get a physical examination. To me, that urine sample, giving them that's always a pleasure, isn't it? And then there's always the amount question. I don't know what you need. I mean, I gave you whatever I had there. I got more. I mean, whatever you need, I can get it for you. Just let me know what you need. I mean, it's no problem. I mean, but any kind of physical test, I don't know what it is. I always kind of click into this thing where I want to do really well. You know, if it's going to be a physical test, I want to do well. You know, like remember when you were in school and they do those hearing tests and you'd really be listening, you know, trying to do well. I want to do well. You know, I wanted to do unbelievable on the hearing test. I wanted them to come over to me after the hearing test and go, we think you may have something close to super hearing. What you heard was a cotton ball touching a piece of felt. We're sending the results to Washington. Would like you to meet the president. Hey, I never really understood the importance of the conductor. I mean, between you and me, what the hell is this guy doing? I mean, do you really need somebody waving a stick in your face to play the violin? Does that really help you out? I can see how we need him at the beginning. Okay? Tap, tap, tap. Start. Okay? I can see how you need that. But once we're going, okay? Once it's all happening, what do we need him for then? I don't see the cellist looking up go, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And the conductor go, do this, like this. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. See, to me, you go in the health club, you see all these people, and they're working out, and they're training, and they're getting in shape. But the strange thing is, nobody's really getting in shape for anything. The only reason that you're getting in shape is that so you can get through the workout. So we're working out so that we'll be in shape for when we have to do our exercise. This is the whole thing. The other thing I don't get about it is why we're so careful about locking up our dirty towels and smelly jockstraps. What exactly is the black market on these disgusting gym clothes? I'll give my car to any valet guy in front of a restaurant because he's got a short red jacket. Yeah, he must be the valet guy. I don't even think about it. But my stinking putrefied gym clothes, I got one of these locks. You can put a bullet through it and it won't open. That stuff is safe. Do you think that the people at the airport that run the stores have any idea what the prices are every place else in the world? Or do you think they just feel they have their own little country out there and they can charge anything they want? You're hungry? Tuna sandwich is $9. You don't like it? Go back to your own country. I think the whole airline complex is a huge scam just to sell the tuna sandwiches. I think that profit is what's supporting the whole air travel industry. I mean, think about it. The terminals, the airplanes, it's all just a distraction so that you don't notice the beating that you're taking on the tuna. Well, I would say the concept behind the car phone and the phone machine, the speaker phone, the airline phone, the portable phone, the pay phone, the cordless phone, the multi-line phone, the phone pager, the call waiting, call forwarding, call conferencing, speed dialing, direct dialing, and the redialing is that we all have absolutely nothing to say, and we've got to talk to someone about it right now. Cannot wait another second. I mean, come on, you're at home, you're on the phone, you're in the car, you're making calls, you get to work. Any messages for me? You got to give people a chance to miss you a little. Do you think that the security guards in the art museums really ever stop anybody from taking the paintings? I mean, are they going up to me, hey, what do you think you're going with that? Hey, come over here, give me that Cezanne. I mean, look at the job that this man is hired to do. He's getting $5 an hour to protect millions of dollars of priceless art with what? He's got a light mocha brown uniform and a USA Today. This is what he's got. I mean, crooks must look at this guy and go, all right, all we got to do is get past the folding chair and the thermos of coffee, we can get a Rembrandt. Parking lots now, they have this compact car-only spots. Isn't that discrimination against the size of your car? If I want my ass hanging out of the back of my parking spot, that's my business. There are people out there with real asses hanging out of their pants. Nobody's stopping them. Nobody goes, hey, hold it, sir. Those are compact jeans. You can't pull that in there. I bought the Ginsu knife. I did buy the Ginsu knife. I know you can't believe it, but I did. I swear I saw it. It was late at night. I'm watching the thing, and it started making sense to me. I'm thinking, yeah, cut through the shoe, cut through the can, yeah I want that. So I called up the number on the screen, you know, and I said I'd like to order the Ginsu knife. And the lady went, really? I mean, even the Ginsu people have given up. It's really so sad, you know? I mean, I guess to be honest, I mean, if you need a knife that can cut through a shoe, perhaps you're not buying the highest grade of meat currently available, you know? Maybe you ought to think about not getting the hoof cut once in a while. It's amazing to me that people will move thousands of miles away to another city. They think nothing of it. They get on a plane, boom, they're there. They live there now. Yeah, just 1,000 miles. I'm living over there. You know, pioneers, it took years to cross the country. Now people will move thousands of miles just for one season. I mean, I don't think any pioneers did that. You know, yeah, it took us a decade to get there, and we stayed for the summer. It was nice. It had a pool. The kids loved it. And then we left about 10 years ago, and we just got back. We had a great summer, and it took us 20 years, and now our lives are over. Parents like to drag kids to these historical sites on vacation. I remember going to Colonial Williamsburg, and you see these supposedly authentic blacksmith there. You know, he's got the three-cornered hat and the knickers and the Def Leppard T-shirt. My parents took me to the Amish country, which to a kid, you know, to see a bunch of people that have no cars, no TV, no phone, they go, so what? Neither do I. It's just a whole community that's been grounded. And that's the way they should punish the kids after they take them home. All right, son, get up to your room. That's it. I've had it. You are Amish, young man. For the rest of this weekend, did you hear me? Amish. Don't come down till you make some noodles and raise a barn. My parents had two constant arguments while they were driving over either how fast my father was going or how much gas was left in the tank. My father had a standard defense for either one of these. It was always, that's because you're looking at it from an angle. If you were over here, it looks from where you're sitting, it looks like I'm doing 90 on empty. But that's because you're over there. If you were over here, you'd know I'm in the driveway with a full tank. It's an entire industry of bad gifts, aren't they? All those executive gifts, any stupid, goofy, brass, wood thing, they put a piece of green felt on the bottom. It's a golf desk, tie, and stress organizer, Dad. Well, to me, nothing compares with the paperweight as a bad gift. There's no better way than a paperweight to express to someone that I refuse to put any thought into this at all. Where are these people working that the papers are just blowing right off of their desks? What, are they just screwed to the back of a flatbed truck going down the highway or something? What, are they typing up in the crow's nest of a clipper ship? What do you need a paperweight for? Have you ever called someone up and you're disappointed when they answer the phone? You wanted the machine. You know, and you're always kind of thrown off. You go, oh, I didn't know you were there. I just wanted to leave a message saying, sorry, I missed you. So here what we have is two people hate each other, don't really ever want to talk, but the phone machine is like this relationship respirator keeping these marginal brain-dead relationships alive, and we all do it. Why? So that when we come home, you can see that little flashing red light. You go, all right, messages. You see? People need that. It's very important for human beings to feel that they are popular and well-liked amongst a large group of people that we don't care for. I don't think people think of their office as a workplace. I think they think of it as a stationery store with Danish. You know what I mean? You want to get your pastry, your envelopes, your supplies, your toilet paper, 6 cups of coffee, and you go home. Why do people that work in offices have pictures of their family on their desk facing them? Do they forget that they're married? Do they go, all right, 5 o'clock, time to hit the bars and pick up some hookers. Hold it a second. I got a wife and 3 kids. I better get home. Completely forgot. I think the idea behind the tuxedo is kind of the woman's point of view that men are all the same. We might as well dress them that way. That's why, to me, a wedding is like the joining together of a beautiful, glowing bride and some guy. The tuxedo is a wedding safety device created by women because they know that men are undependable. So in case the groom chickens out, everybody just takes 1 step over and she marries the next guy. That's why the wedding vow isn't, do you take Bill Simpson? It's, do you take this man? There's no easy way to break off any relationship. I think when you first start dating, they ought to give you 3 get out of relationship free cards. You know what I mean? So you could just go up to the person and go, here you go, I'm sorry, I'll grab the tennis racket, don't even bother to get up, have a good one, sorry. Which is fine, unless, of course, the person you're in the relationship with happens to have a 8 more months of guilt, torture, and pain card. Hold it, I got a little something for you. You don't really want to visualize your parents having sex, you know what I mean? It's somehow a very uncomfortable thing. You know in your mind that they had to have sex at least once to have you. But you still kind of maintain the image in your head that, well, I don't know, I'm not positive, I can't prove it. I don't know if that actually happened. That's why I think if I found that I was adopted, that would really come as great news. I'm adopted, that's great. I'd be happy to hear that. That means technically, it's possible that my mother and my father are really just really great friends. I mean, sex is great, but you don't want to think that your whole life began because somebody maybe had a little too much wine with dinner. Have you noticed that everything on planes is very tiny? There's always tiny food, tiny liquor bottles, tiny pillows, tiny bathroom, tiny sink, tiny soap. Everyone's in a cramped seat working on a tiny computer. There's always a small problem, be a slight delay, will be a bit late if you could be a little patient. We're just trying to get one of those little trucks to pull us up a little closer to the jetway so you can walk down the narrow hallway. There'll be a man there in a tight suit and he'll tell you you have very little time to make your connecting flight. So move it. So I went to a fashion show. First of all, the whole concept of modeling is counterproductive to the fashion industry. Because when these women are around, who's looking at clothes? I didn't notice any of the clothes. We're all applauding. Yeah, what are we applauding? We're applauding. There's great-looking women here. Yeah, this is great. We're applauding. I'm glad I'm here in this room with all these great-looking women. Anybody can design a shirt. It takes talent to get all these girls in one spot. That's talent. What is this goofy walk that the models do? You know this walk that they do down the runway? This like they have to go somewhere. You know, they're walking like they're really on the way somewhere. You know, and then they get to the end and it's like, well, I guess I'll just go back. What is with the age gap hiring policy at most movie theaters? Have you noticed they never hire anyone between the ages of 15 and 80? You know what I mean? It's like the girl that sells you the ticket, she's 10. Then there's the guy that rips it, he's 102. Well, what happened in the middle there? Couldn't find anybody? It's like they want to show you how life comes full circle. You know, you're 15, you're selling the tickets, then you leave, you go out, you have a family, kids, marriage, career, grandchildren. 80 years later, you're back at the same theater, 3 feet away, ripping tickets. Took you 80 years to move 3 feet. What are lawyers really? To me, a lawyer is basically the person that knows the rules of the country. We're all throwing the dice, playing the game, moving our pieces around the board, but if there's a problem, the lawyer is the only person that has read the inside of the top of the box. I think one of the fun things for them is to say objection. Objection! Objection, Your Honor. Objection, of course, is the adult version of afraid not. To which the judge can say 2 things. He can say overruled, which is the adult version of afraid so. Or he can say sustained, which is the adult version of duh. The basic problem with the beginning of the relationship, I think, is that each person has their own sexual timetable of what should happen when that the other person knows nothing about. That's why I really think we need some sort of sexual rule book where it's written down and agreed upon sexual standard dating procedure. You know what I mean? So if there's any problems, you can go, look, honey, I'm very sorry. but we've been out 3 times, and according to Article 7, Section 5, there's got to be some physical contact, as you can see right there. Otherwise, I will report you to the board, and they can put out a warrant for an embrace. I am getting a little tired of pretending I'm excited every time it's somebody's birthday. You know what I mean? What is the big deal? How many times do we have to celebrate that someone was born? Every year, over and over. All you did was not die for 12 months. That's all you've done, as far as I could tell. I love those astrology things where they tell you all the people that have the same birthday as you. It's always an odd group of people, too, isn't it? It's like Ed Asner, Elijah Muhammad, and Secretariat. Life expectancy now is 72, I think, for men. 75 or 6 or something for women. It's amazing to think that just a couple thousand years ago, life expectancy was 30. Which, in our terms, would mean that you get your driver's license around 5, you get married at 9, divorced at 15, in your late teens you move down to Florida. I guess that's how spring break got started, I don't know. And then eventually people are saying things about you like, boy, it's amazing, he's 28, but he's still very alert. His mind is so sharp, you would think you're talking to a 2-year-old. I don't belong to a health club. I have a strict limit on the number of naked men I need to see in one day. 0. That's it. What is with the high level of security at the health clubs? You know what I mean? The picture IDs, the security guards, people signing in and out. What is this, the Kremlin? I mean, the people that have a membership go twice a year. Who's breaking in? Is this a big problem? People stealing exercise? And what if they catch the person? What then? They run. It's aerobic. Makes it even worse. You can't just have an adultery. You commit adultery. And you can't even commit adultery unless you already have a commitment. So you have to make the commitment before you can even think about committing it. There's no commit without the commit. Then once you commit, then you can commit the adultery. Then you can get caught, get divorced, lose your mind, and they have you committed. But, you know, some people actually cheat on the people that they're cheating with. Which is like, you know, being in a holdup and then turning to the robber next to you and going, all right, give me everything you have, too. Whenever you ask for the doggy bag in a restaurant, there's a certain sense of failure there, isn't it? People always whisper it to the waiter. Excuse me, I'm sorry, you're going to have to give me the doggy bag. I couldn't make it. And it is embarrassing because the doggy bag means either you are out at a restaurant when you're not hungry, or you've chosen the stupidest possible way to get dog food that there is. How about the doggy bag on a date? That's a good move for a guy, huh? Let me tell you something. If you're a guy, you ask for the doggy bag on a date, you might as well have them just wrap up your genitals, too. You're not going to be needing those for a while, either. I have a friend that's about to get married. They're having the bachelor party and the bridal shower the same day, so it's conceivable that while she's getting lingerie, he'll be at a nude bar watching a table dancer in the same outfit. That is possible. But to me, the difference between being single and being married is the form of government. You see, when you're single, you are the dictator of your own life. I have complete power. When I give the order to fall asleep on the sofa with the TV on in the middle of the day, no one can overrule me. When you're married, you are part of a vast decision-making body. Before anything gets done, there are meetings. Committees have to study the situation. And this is if the marriage works. I think that's what's so painful about divorce. You've been impeached, you weren't even the president. To me, the whole concept of fear of success is proof that we are definitely scraping the bottom of the fear barrel. You know, we're going to have AA-type meetings for these people. Hi, my name is Bill, and the one thing I'm worried about is having a stereo and a cream-colored couch. According to most studies, people's #1 fear is public speaking. #2 is death. Death is #2. Now this means, to the average person, if you have to go to a funeral, you're better off in the casket than doing the eulogy. How about that seedless watermelon? What an invention. Scientists are working on this. I mean, other scientists devote their lives to fighting cancer, AIDS, heart disease. These guys go, no, I'm focusing on melon. Oh, sure, thousands of people are dying needlessly, but that's got to stop. You ever try and pick a wet one up off the floor? It's almost impossible. I'm devoting my life to that. So I guess if they can get rid of the seeds, the rind is going next. What do we need that for? Get rid of the rind. They're not going to stop until they're making in-the-ground, ready-to-eat fruit cups, growing right out of the ground. There's no way that moving in with your parents is a sign that your life is right on track. There's no way that you could fake this even. Yeah, things are going great. I met a terrific girl. I got a great job making a lot of money. And if everything goes according to plan, I'm going to be moving back in with my parents soon. It's like getting busted on a parole violation and thrown back into the slammer. In the opinion of the board, you'd need further rehabilitation, I'm afraid. And you go back into that little room of yours, you feel so huge. It's like you could take your bed and just crush it in your hands. You can hold your parents between your fingers and going, why was I so afraid of you people when I was growing up? I never get enough sleep. I stay up late at night because I'm night guy. Night guy wants to stay up late. What about getting up after 5 hours sleep? Oh, that's morning guy's problem. That's not my problem. I'm night guy. I stay up as late as I want. So you get up in the morning, you're warm, you're exhausted, groggy. Oh, I hate that night guy. See, night guy always screws morning guy. There's nothing morning guy can do. The only thing morning guy can do is try and oversleep often enough so that day guy loses his job and night guy has no money to go out anymore. Government is basically parents for adults. Especially the IRS. The IRS is like Ward and June Cleaver. And we're all Wally and the Beaver. And your accountant is Eddie Haskell showing you all these neat tricks to get away with stuff. Which is fine unless you get audited. Then you don't want some wise guy in a suit just standing there going, you have a very lovely office here, sir. Because jail is the government's way of sending you to your room. And when you meet Whitey and Lumpy in the joint, there's really going to be something wrong with the Beaver. If you look at a hospital, the basic treatment everybody gets is to lie in a bed. Whatever's wrong with a human being, lie down. Doctor never says to you, well, your condition isn't as bad as we originally thought. We want you to kind of lean against a door jamb for 7 to 10 days. See how that feels. All right? It's always a bed. Unless you go to the emergency room, then it's a chair. You've been shot, you've been stabbed, you've been run over. Have a seat. There's always a very interesting cultural ethnic mix of the hospital staff, isn't it? It's like a local news team in there. The doctor's like the anchorman, he's got the white hair, he's in charge. The nurse is like the feature reporter, you know. You listen to her, but it's always a now, back to your doctor. You know, when the orderlies come in with the food and the bedpans, and that's like your sports and professional tennis. To me, I don't understand all the shushing. Why are they always shushing? Shh, shh. Don't the players know that we're there? Should we duck down behind the seat so they don't see us watching them? To me, tennis is basically just ping pong, and the players are standing on the table. That's all it is. And that goofy scoring, you win 1 point, all of a sudden you're up by 15. 2 points, 30 love. 30 love. Sounds like an English call girl. That'll be 30 love. And could you be a little quieter next time, please? I had glasses when I was 10 years old. Anybody beat that? Anybody got them younger than that? 7? 2? Anybody born with glasses? Come out. Actually, come out of the birth canal and go, that was a hell of a delivery, I'll tell you that. Can I clean these? Does anybody have one of those little claws? I was just born. They're a little smudgy. The old-fashioned barbershop is, unfortunately, becoming a thing of the past. Now, what went wrong? Well, first of all, it is a $20,000 chair to make a $3 tip. I say cut back on the chair, update the magazines. Well, why do barbers always display that license? There's no laws in hair cutting. Except show every customer the back of their head. That's the one law. I don't want to see the back of my head. Why do I want to see something that I'm never going to see at any other time? When I buy pants, 2 salesmen don't lift me up by the legs and go, how do you like the crotch? If I wanted to see everything, I would have been a fly. If there's a serial killer loose in your neighborhood, it seems like the safest thing is to be the neighbor. They never kill the neighbor. The neighbor always survives to do the interview afterwards, right? He was kind of quiet. I love these neighbors. They're never disturbed by the sounds of murdering, just stereo. Chainsaws, people screaming, fine. Just keep the music down. And all these women that always fall in love with the serial killer. They write to him in prison. Here's a woman that's hard to disappoint. I guess she's only upset when she finds out he stopped killing people, and she goes, you know, sometimes I feel like I don't even know who you are anymore. You can always tell what was the best year of your father's life because they seem to freeze that clothing style and just ride it out to the end, don't they? And it's not like they don't continue shopping, it's just they somehow manage to find new old clothes. Every father is like this fashion time capsule, you know what I mean? It's like they should be on a pedestal with someone next to them going, "This was 1965. To me, the worst thing is shopping for pants. I hate dressing and undressing in that little room. What men need is a place to shop where you go in, you check your pants at the door, and you just walk around the store in your underwear. That would be the best way. Then you'd really have to lie to the salesman. Need some help? No, just getting some air. You know, doctor's supposed to be such a prestigious occupation, but it's really like one of the only jobs where you have to have your diploma right up there on the wall. It makes him seem so insecure, doesn't it? I really am a doctor, you know. You think I'm not, just check it out. I don't know why they need these little bits of psychological leverage over us all the time. Go in that little room, take your pants off, wait 15 minutes, and I'll give you my penny. And after that, anybody that comes in with pants on seems like they know what they're talking about. In any difference of opinion, pants always beats no pants. Whales are supposed to be such an intelligent animal. You know, you always hear about how they can communicate by song from miles away, how extensive their vocabulary is. I would say, from the rate we are pushing the whales off the beach back into the ocean, the words shore and close do not appear to be in their vocabulary. I would say the whales concentrate a little less on the singing, a little more on the approaching Cuervo beach volleyball tournament. You want to maintain that brainy mammal image. It is my opinion that we never should have landed a man on the moon. It's a mistake. Now everything is compared to that one accomplishment. Now we go, I can't believe they can land a man on the moon and taste my coffee. I think we all would have been a lot happier if we hadn't landed a man on the moon. Then we go, they can't make a prescription bottle top that's easy to open. I'm not surprised they couldn't land a man on the moon. Things make perfect sense to me now. Neil Armstrong should have said, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for every whining, complaining SOB on the face of the earth. I love these nature shows. I'll watch any kind of nature show, and it's amazing how you can always relate to whatever they're talking about. You know, like you're watching the African dung beetle, and you're going, boy, his life is a lot like mine. And you always root for whichever animal is the star of the show that week. Like if it's the antelope, and there's a lion chasing the antelope, you go, run, antelope, run, use your speed, get away. Right? The next week it's the lion. And then they go, get the antelope, eat him, bite his ass, trap him, don't let him use his speed. Aren't mannequins kind of an insult to your imagination? You couldn't possibly visualize a sweater, so we'll show you on this life-size snotty puppet. I guess when they're finished with them, they become crash test dummies. That's the end of the line for a mannequin. Whatever happened to Bob? Have you seen that new Volvo commercial? He's got a bullseye right in his face. Mannequins are only used for car accidents and fashion. I guess these are the two situations that it's impossible for us to imagine ourselves. Well-dressed or getting killed. I'm sure there's some pro-mannequin organization doesn't even like you to use the term mannequin. Hey, they're not mannequins. They're the life-deprived. The bus is the single, stupidest, fattest, slowest, most despised vehicle on the road, isn't it? You ever notice when you get behind the bus, people in your car go, what are you doing? Get away! Come on! The back of the bus, it's like an eclipse, isn't it? People are just like, the sun, where's the sun? It's like this huge metal ass just taking up the whole windshield of your car. When it pulls out, it even sounds like a fat uncle trying to get out of a sofa. I think of all the places that you go all the time, the dry cleaning relationship is one of the most bizarre because you keep giving each other the same thing back and forth over and over again. He gives it to you, you give it to him, he gives it back to you. It's like it's half his shirt, in a way. He has it as much as you do. You ought to go shopping with him. What do you think of this shirt? That would look good with a light starch. The only warning label people really respect is dry clean only. You know what I mean? Speed limits, lung cancer, cigarette warnings. Your very life is at stake. People go, the hell with it. But dry clean only, oh, don't put that in the wash. It's dry clean only. Are you crazy? I really feel as human beings, we need more training in our basic social skills. Conversational distance. Don't you hate these people that talk to you? They talk into your mouth like you're a clown at a drive-thru. And handshakes is the worst. There's absolutely no guidelines for handshakes. You don't have people too strong, too weak. Sometimes they give you the three-quarter handshake, just the fingers. Early release, late release. Sometimes people will dispute your release. You've let go, they're hanging on. I have actually said to people, hey, the handshake is over. Too many pumps, coming in too high, too sweaty from too far away. Sometimes a guy will give you a strong grip, late release, and pull you in for the too close conversation. To him, I say that's 3 strikes, you're out. The thing about birthday parties is that the first birthday party you have and the last birthday party you have are actually quite similar. You know, you just kind of sit there. You're the least excited person at the party. You don't even really realize that there is a party. You don't know what's going on. Both birthday parties, people kind of have to help you blow out the candles. You can't do it. You don't even know why you're doing it. What is this ritual? What is going on? It's also the only 2 birthday parties where other people have to gather your friends together for you. Sometimes they're not even your friends. They make the judgment. They bring them in, they sit them down, and they tell you, these are your friends. Tell them thank you for coming to my birthday party. I find the human fascination with water is amazing. We're constantly going to beaches, pools, lakes, rivers. We're swimming, we're snorkeling, we're scuba diving, we bathe in it. Our bodies are mostly made of water. Everyone's carrying around these bottles of water. It's like, we can't get enough water unless it rains. Then we're like, oh, look, I'm soaked. I am literally drenched. For some reason, we have a huge problem with small flying water. It'll just stop us right in our tracks. Oh, I felt a drop. We're going to get caught in it. Everyone cover your water bottles, run! It seems pretty hard to justify, at this point in human history, the existence of men and their handkerchiefs. I mean, they open it up, blow their nose in it, and then put it back in their pocket with their other valuables. Wallet, keys, mucus, yup, got everything. Is it because men can't give birth, or they're just proud of anything that comes out of us? Well, actually, have a monogram sewn onto it. What is the source of pride here? I have it sticking up out of a breast pocket of our jacket. I have a snot rag. I've always wondered why baseball is so associated with sex. He's playing the field. Who, he scored. He didn't get to first base. I struck out. Why? She wanted a diamond. It's always baseball. Always baseball. As far as baseball goes, I prefer the fat umpires. I feel if you're on the field and you're not in the game, you should be in the worst physical condition a human being could possibly be. They should be allowed to eat during the game. We're a little too into sports in this country. I think we got to throttle back. You know what I mean? People come home from these games. We won! We won! No, they won. You watched. I find it fascinating when you go in the stationery store that they're manufacturing millions of pens constantly. We're all buying them. I must have bought 6,000 Bics in my life. I've used up maybe 2 of them. Where is the rest of them? When you move the refrigerator, there's always a couple back there, but that doesn't account for it. Where are all the pens? That's why it's so embarrassing if you don't have one. You got a pen? Can I borrow a pen? We always have to whisper because it's so humiliating. I don't have a pen. They're making millions of them every week. I know. Where are they? There's something very insincere about these greeting cards that we send back and forth to each other all the time. They're like these little $1 folded paper emotional prostitutes, isn't it? I don't know what my feelings are, so I'll just pay some total stranger $1 to make up this little Hallmark hooker to do the job for me. So I can go, here, I didn't write this, but whatever they wrote, I think the same thing. Wouldn't it be better if we just had one card that covered every occasion for everybody in one shot? Just happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy anniversary, congratulations, it's a boy, and our deepest sympathies. Signed, the whole office. I think the thing I admire most about the Chinese is that they're hanging in there with the chopsticks. Because if you think about it, you know they've seen the fork by now. I'm sure they've seen the spoon. They're going, yeah, they're okay. We're going to stay with the sticks. I mean, I don't know how they missed it. Thousands of years ago, a Chinese farmer gets up, has his breakfast with the chopstick, goes out and works all day in the field with a shovel. Hello? Shovel? Not going out there plowing 40 acres with a couple of pool cues. Love seat is an interesting little item there. I guess some guy thought, well, if we can't get him to sit closer to us, why not just shorten the furniture? My other favorite furniture brand is the Lazy Boy. It's very flattering to the prospective customer, isn't it? Why don't we just call it the half-conscious deadbeat with no job, home all day, eating Cheetos and watching TV recliner? I mean, it goes back so far, that thing. I mean, go to bed already. It's over. You're wiped. I've never been able to figure out why they make these bizarre toilet seats that they have. You know, like those clear lucite ones with all the coins in it. It's a lovely tribute to our past president, by the way. It's not bad enough Lincoln got shot in the head. We got to pull down our pants and sit on it, too. It's just incomprehensible that you would buy a thing like this, you install it on your toilet seat, and this says what about you? Well, I can't afford to just throw money down the toilet, but look how close I am. You have a close friend, and they get involved with someone in a relationship. It affects your friendship, doesn't it? Because it's like if you were a comedy team, and now there's this third person. You know, it kind of throws off the timing. Who's on first? I don't know. Dear, who do you think is on first? In fact, whenever a friend of mine starts with a new girlfriend, he should just say, I look like the person you used to know, but I've been modified to survive in this relationship. In other words, if we're having an argument and she's there, I may say I totally disagree with you, but what that means is I'd like to help you out, but I'd rather continue to see her naked. Car names are so stupid, aren't they? No Baron has ever owned a LeBaron. Or the Ford LTD. LTD. Limited. It's a limited edition. What do they make, 50 million of those? Yes, it's limited to the number we can sell. Or when they try and mangle a positive word into a car name. You know how they'll do that? The Integra. Oh, integrity? No, Integra. The Supra. Or the Impreza. Yeah? Well, I hope it's not a Lemona. Or you'll be hearing from my lawyer. I don't even know what is supposed to be so attractive about fur. Why does a man want to see a woman in fur? Men want women to shave their legs, shave their armpits, pluck their eyebrows, and then before we go out, we dress them up like a bear? To me, the only reason to wear fur would be if you were trying to sneak up on another animal. You ever see those tribal hunters where they wear the fur and then they have the other animal's head on top of their head? You know, I'm sure there's a moose looking at that going, yeah, that looks real good. Yeah, I'm going to turn my back on this goofball with the extra head because there's nothing fishy going on there. I'll just keep drinking from the stream. I've seen a lot of two-headed tigers with knees. The Christmas tree certainly seems to inspire a love-hate relationship. All that time is spent selecting it and decorating it. And then a week after, it's just thrown somewhere. You see it by the side of the road. Looks like a mob hit. Car slows down, the door opens, and this tree just rolls out. Boom, boom, boom. People snap out of that Christmas spirit like it was a drunken stupor. They just wake up one morning and go, oh my God, there's a tree inside the house. Just throw it anywhere. Tennis is the only sport where the uniform is what you would wear under your clothes in any other sport. You're actually out there in your underwear. Unless in the old days, you know, they would wear those long pants and the big, heavy sweaters. How long did it take them to get over that? We're out here in the hot sun, running around after a ball. What exactly are we all dressed up for? Maybe that's why they started keeping score like that. Point, you know what? Make it 15. I'm dying in this sweater here. Another one got by me. Take another 10 points. Let's just get this over with. Loyalty to any one sports team is pretty hard to justify. Because the players are always changing, the team can move to another city. You're actually rooting for the clothes when you get right down to it. You know what I mean? You are standing and cheering and yelling for your clothes to beat the clothes from another city. Fans will be so in love with a player, but if he goes to another team, they boo him. This is the same human being in a different shirt. They hate him now. Boo! Different shirt! Boo! The big new accessory with eyeglasses seems to be that strap that connects in the back so you can take them on and off, which I don't get, because I thought if you have glasses, isn't that because you need to wear glasses? You need glasses. Isn't that what they say? I mean, an eye doctor doesn't say, would you care for some glasses? When people have crutches, they don't have like a little chain attached to their belt so they could just let go of them every now and then. Why not get a toupee with a rubber band for when you're water skiing? The thing could just... The whole concept of the wanted poster is got to be the most wildly optimistic crime-fighting idea. I mean, so how does it work? Okay, I'm online at the post office. I see the guy. I see the list of offenses. I check the guy standing in line behind me. If it's not him, that's pretty much all I can do. Okay? It's not that I don't want to help. You know, the annoying thing is you think, why didn't they hold on to this guy when they're taking his picture? No, we don't do it that way. We take their picture and we let him go. So we get the front and side shot. Front is his face, the side is him leaving. Now, I was thinking the other day about hair And that the weird thing about it is that people will touch other people's hair. You will actually kiss another human being right on the head. But if one of those hairs should somehow be able to get out of that skull and go off on its own, it is now the vilest, most disgusting thing that you can encounter. The same hair. People freak out. There was a hair in the XLR. Remember a few years ago in New York we had the doorman strike? They have a union in the fancy buildings, and they went out on strike. Now, you would think if any group of people would not want to demonstrate what life would be like without them, it would be doormen. Let's see how they do without us. There's no doormen. People open the door, they walk in. There's, you know. Who's going to walk out next? You know, the guys that clean your windshield at the traffic light with the dirty rag? We demand shorter yellows and longer reds. Buying shoes is one of the great shopping challenges. You ever see someone put on a new pair of shoes? They turn into a zombie as soon as they start walking around the store. Yeah, these are pretty good. Then they have that little 1-foot-high mirror there. What is that about? So I can see what cats will think of my shoes? What is that angle? Bum passed out on the curb. Hey, what do you think of these? I just got them. I've seen them from that angle myself. You know, these pest control companies, they call themselves exterminators, but they can't really do it. The best they can do is get the bugs to go to somebody else's house. They just relocate them. You know what I mean? They're bug realtors is what they are. I think you'll be happy here. There's a lot of crumbs, not much light. They usually sleep through the night, so you'll really have your run of the place most of the time. Nobody really cares about killing insects. Even the animal rights people don't care. You could probably walk into an animal rights organization meeting and hear a speech like, the only way to stop the cruelty of the scientific testing on animals, got it, is to boycott these companies. The worst part about a car breaking down is when you're out on the road, you're a guy, because now you have to get out and pretend like you know what you're doing. You gotta get, all right, honey, I'm gonna go check it out. Walk around the front, open up the hood. That's good, because it obscures her view. That's the main reason you want to do that. You're looking in there, you know, you're hoping you're going to see something in there. So simple, so obvious, so incredibly easy to fix, even you can handle it. Like a giant on-off switch turned off. How about the little scam the airlines have going now with these special clubs? $150 a year to sit in a room, eat peanuts, drink coffee and soda, and read magazines. Excuse me, isn't this the flight? I already got 4 hours of this coming to me. What am I paying for? How about it? I got all my luggage club. Can I get into that? Where is that club? I would like to join that club. Airlines love to divide us up into classes, you know, like when you're sitting in coach, they always have the stewardess always closes that stupid curtain, you know. They always give you that little look like, maybe if you had worked a little harder. Monkeys are really the end of the line in the pet world. I think when you're at the monkey level of pet ownership, have a kid. I mean, come on. I mean, you're so close. If you need a pet that can roller skate and smoke cigars, it's time to think about a family. Monkeys, of course, were the first astronauts in the 60s, which I'm sure made perfect sense in the monkey brain. I feel that is the next logical step for me. Because I've been working with the Italian guy in the crank organ, and I think I'm ready to handle the maximum re-entry G-forces. I've never been any place in my life where there was absolutely no coffee. And people are constantly trying to give you coffee. Who's having coffee? Would you like some coffee? Can I get you some coffee? Coffee is one of the only things you can have that people continue to try and give it to you. Waitresses are always coming over. Can I fill it up? Can I warm it up? Can I top it off? It's like you can lift up a manhole cover. We just made a fresh pod. Would you like some? This liquid has taken over humanity. There are coffee machines we have to call Mr. Coffee, anyone? Hey, that's Mr. Coffee to you. It seems like every morning when you wake up, it's like you're being born all over again. You ever have that feeling because you can't see, you can't talk, you're on your way to the bathroom, you're trying to remember, how do I walk? I mean, it's like you've never been alive before. But if any invention marks the decline of human civilization, I think it would have to be the snooze alarm. The snooze alarm is based on the idea that when the alarm goes off, you are not getting up. You're not even awake, you're already a failure. They should sell the snooze alarm with an unemployment application and a bottle of tequila. Just make it a complete, pathetic loser kit. I always feel bad for the silver medal winner in the Olympics. I mean, how do you live with that the rest of your life? People are going to keep asking you, how much did you lose by? I don't even know. It was like, no. Like, no. It was like, no. That was it. I trained, I worked out, I exercised, I did everything. I was doing push-ups, sit-ups. I never did anything but exercise and work out for 20 years. I flew halfway around the world. The guy shot the gun. That was it. It was a photo finish. Silver, gold. If I had a pimple, I would have won. Yes, I'm a very lazy eater. And that's why I like soup. First of all, it looks half digested when they put it down in front of you, so you feel like half the work is done already. But I'm hoping Campbell's comes out with like an IV line of soup that you could just jam right into your arm, you know? Campbell's Tomato Intravenous. Mainline gumbo. Everyone just sitting around at dinner with their soup IV just hanging on the hook there, you know. How's yours, Grandpa? Oh, chunky stuff. They got us trained to use that cash machine now, don't they? We're just like chickens in an experiment, waiting for that pellet to come down the chute. You see people at the cash machine, they're just there, just... Tick, 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 tick. Waiting for the sound. You know the sound. You're waiting for the sound. That's what we're trained to hear. The here comes the money sound, you know? It's exciting. Don't you get excited? It's coming! It's coming! I'd like to know when tic-tac-toe became the pound sign. That's what I'd like to know. Why don't they call it what it really is? Leave your numeric message now, and then press Archie's head. And what is that redial button? Let's face it, you're either going to get the person, the machine, or they have call waiting. Who is redialing and redialing? This is like the harassment key for people in a fight, you know? Hey, I'm not through. Click. You can't do that to me. Click. And another thing. Click. People can be so vain, don't you know? I have a friend wears eyeglasses, no prescription in the glasses because he thinks it makes him look more intelligent. Now why? Why do we think that glasses makes us look more intelligent? Is it from the endless hours of reading and studying and researching that this person supposedly blew out their eyeballs? And that's why they need the glasses? It's just a corrective device. If you see someone with a hearing aid, you don't think, oh, they must have been listening real good. Yeah, to a lot of important stuff. No, they are deaf. They can't hear. I think gum is one of the weirdest human inventions. It's not a liquid. It's not solid. It's not a food. What is it? It isn't really anything. You know, I mean, it's like a stationary bike for your jaw. But remember when you were in school and teachers would get all riled up if they caught you with gum? And when you were a kid, you think, what's the big deal? But as an adult, I can understand it. Because when you're chewing gum, you don't look like you're too thrilled with anything anybody has to say. Oh, World War II, that was an important historical event? Yeah, I'm sure. They landed a man on the moon in 1969? Yeah, right. Yeah, I buy that teaching. I don't know why people are surprised when someone gets hit in the head with a golf ball. You ever watch these tournaments on TV? You got 600 people crowding around a hole that big, and no one can believe it when a Titleist gets bounced off of someone's coconut. You know, you throw a rock into a crowd, that's considered terrorism. But if you have a nice follow-through, you know, that's golf. I'm always impressed, actually, with the golf cameraman whose job it is to follow the golf ball when it's in the sky. You know what I mean? It's a little white ball. It's doing 100 miles an hour on a white background. I got it. I lost it. I got it. I lost it. I got it. I lost it. Why bother? Aim the camera at the sky, aim it at the ground, take a ball out of your pocket, throw it down. Who's going to know where the hell it came from? I love it when people are complimented on something they're wearing, and they accept the compliment as if it was about them. Nice tie. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. If the compliment is for the tie, it's not for you, but we take it. And that's kind of the job of clothes, to get compliments for us. Because it's very hard to get compliments based on your human qualities. Right? Let's face it, no matter how nice a person you are, nobody's going to come and say, hey, nice person. It's much easier to be a bastard and just try and match the colors up. Old people in Florida, they drive slow and they sit low. Right? That is their motto. The state flag of Florida should be like a steering wheel with a hat and two knuckles on it. and that left turn signal on for when they left the house that morning. Right? That's a legal turn in Florida. It's known as an eventual left. And old people get to a certain age where when they back out of the driveway, they don't look. You know what I mean? They just feel like, well, I'm old, and I'm coming back. I survived. Let's see if you can. You get to a certain point with your parents where really the only thing you can do with them is eat. You can't talk anymore, but you want to at least try and keep your mouths moving. And they're so anxious for it. You know, you come in, how was the plane? You must be hungry. You know, how did you sleep? Are you ready for breakfast? My mother will argue with me about what I like. Can I have a piece of pumpkin pie? You don't like pumpkin pie. Yes, I do. Since when? What's the difference? Can I have it? No. I have never seen you eat a piece of pumpkin pie. Then the pilot always comes on with his little announcements. I'm going over this. I'm going over that. I'm taking a left. I'm bringing it up. I'm taking it down. I'm going right. I'm going this way. I'm going that way. And we're back there. Yeah, that's all fine. Just do whatever the hell you got to do. I don't know what the hell is going on. Do I bother him? Do I go knocking on the cockpit door? I'm having the peanuts now. Just thought you might like to know what we're doing. The other thing I love is when you're in the middle of a dream and your alarm goes off, you incorporate the sound of the alarm into the dream so you can keep sleeping. And you'll make any adjustment in the dream to do it. I was with Marie Antoinette in a dream last night, and she was on the guillotine. The blade came down. Her head fell into the basket. It rolled over, and she started singing Neil Diamond's Solitary Man. And I thought, that is not my alarm going off. This is actually happening. I was thinking about the wig historically. I guess the Revolutionary War was the last war fought in wigs, and it seems like that must have been hard. You know, they're going into battle, you think, well, do I have my bullets? Do I have my bobby pins? You know, you got to make sure you have everything. A lot more to worry about. What if I get killed? Is my wig on straight? I don't know when the whole wig thing came into style for men, but I know when it went out. When the mirror was invented. The guy is looking in a mirror, powdering a thatch of horsehair on his head, going, all right, let's go rap to the lady. Have you noticed that every little place you go into lately has that tip jar on the counter? What is the service that this tip is for, anyway? I mean, isn't the man basically just turning around? Isn't that really all it is? I think we're tipping people now just for the absence of outright hostility. Thanks very much. And here's a little something extra for not taking my head and smashing my face through the glass countertop. Really good service here. Let me get your car back from the car place, and it's got that paper mat on the floor. Like they're so obsessed with cleanliness. They don't even want their shoes to touch the carpet. Meanwhile, the mechanic comes out. He looks like Al Jolson. He's covered in goo from head to toe. You can't even see him. Although I prefer that to when they have the lab coat, the clipboard, and the nice glasses. Now you know you're getting screwed. Can I see it? You better not. It's idling quietly right now. I think it should stay overnight. We want to keep an eye on it, and we want to keep the bill running up. The whole concept of being separated, to me, is strange. It's like you're engaged to be divorced. We're going to try and make not being together work. First we were separated, then we met, and then we were together. Now we're going to try and be separated again. We think actually some sort of giant rubber band might be the best solution. Of course, when you were a kid in school, you get separated for having too good a time. If you two kids don't stop laughing and having fun, I'm going to have to separate you. And the kid finds out his parents are breaking up, and he thinks it's because they got caught fooling around, which is probably true. I think if the wedding invitations were left up to the men, we'd just drive around sticking flyers in windshields, you know. Not even typed up either, just magic markers, Xeroxed, you know. Party! What's needed is a divorce announcement. Mr. and Mrs. Fred Johnson request the honor of your presence at the returning of their daughter back to Mr. and Mrs. Fred Johnson. It seems like whenever these office people call you in for a meeting, the whole thing is about the sitting down. I would really like to sit down with you. I think we need to sit down and talk. Why don't you come in and we'll sit down? Because sometimes the sitting down doesn't work. People get mad at the sitting. You know, we've been sitting here for I don't know how long. How much longer are we just going to sit here? I'll tell you what I think we should do. I think we should all sleep on it. Maybe we're not getting down low enough. Maybe if we all lie down, then our brains will work.